All cameras are live. Hi Emily, how are you guys doing? Hi Evil Dead. It's one of my favorite movies. I'm not sure if that's what your name is, but Evil Dead is a pretty good show. Pretty good show. So tonight I'm going to be using the new Ninja SuperGrip. This is the one-part glue that we have in our Ninja arsenal. And I'm just going to do a quick fill of SS20. I'm doing a little time-lapse time trial, I guess you could say. And I'm only going to do this panel of 3 inches. And if you take the pricing class, you'll know why I need to do this. And I'm pretty sure if I just use a Sharpie. What's everybody doing Friday night? Well, this is what I'm doing. Alright, a line here and a line here. That's all I need. And then we'll go ahead and write on here 3 inches by 3 inches. And that's information that we'll have in the pricing class that's coming very, very soon. How to price your crystal work, your crystal pieces. And I'll be using SS20. These are actually hot fix crystals. They're meant to iron on, but I'm going to be gluing them because it's just what I had, and this is only for a little time lapse for tonight, so I don't need very many. Let's see this here and get this out of the way. All right, double mommy. Yes, this is totally part of the class, so I'm super happy that someone else is excited for the pricing class. And I'm going to use our new Crystal Samurai. It's not actually new to us. We make these around the shop when we're literally slamming the stones in. We don't have an adapter on this end, but sometimes you just don't need it. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and go, and I can glance up every now and then. Okay, good. Yes, I will put you to sleep. This is so boring. I am Ashton McCoy. So yeah, get your hot toddy ready and be prepared for me to put you to sleep, because this is pretty much all I'm going to be doing. So again, I'm using the Ninja SuperGrip. It's our new one-part grip glue from SuperType. It is on the site, and we are still using the holiday code Holiday 2018 for 25% off all glue supplies, syringes, and also Swarovski crystals that we have in stock. And I believe Liz added probably 20 more kinds today. So be sure to check that out. And here I go. I'll glance up every now and then. But this is only SS20. I'm going to be going back and forth to create a time-lapse part for the pricing video that is coming extremely soon. And so this glue is an instant glue, so I've got to work super straight and no messing up. Let's see if you guys get to watch me mess up, because I mess up all the time. I would like a napkin just in case. You never know what happens, so always have a napkin near. Always, always, always. I just don't really want it in my other camera shot, because I'm doing multiple cameras tonight. There we go. This tip is too large. So I have like a, I think this is an 18 gauge on here, and that's just, it's too large. This glue is pretty thin, so I'm going to switch that out to one of our newer tips that we are adding to the site. Actually, probably by Monday we'll have these tips. We're having, I think 25 gauge, 27, and maybe even some 30s. So it's a very, very tiny tip, because this glue, you just do not need a lot of it. Okay, that's much better. A little goes way, way long way. And super. Here we go. I'm going to do, for this you should do 1.1 stone per glue, but again, this is for a time lapse, and this is not an item to be used. So I'm just getting my first line here set up, and here we go. I'm trying to get it all the way to the edge here. Oh, it's teetering. It's not liking that at all, that glue. Oh, something just moved across the wall. This is one thing that you have to take in mind for the pricing class is the different materials that might need different glues, and different glues need different processes, and some processes take quite a bit of time. Get straight on there. But we'll go over that in the actual pricing class into more detail. I'll try to have maybe a few charts and graphs, and it'll be more like visuals, I suppose, because although I'm pretty visual, some of it will just need to be typed out and read, but you know, that's the boring part. Alright, so even though this is an instant glue, see, it's still a little movable. It's a little bit more forgiving than the Super Flex. So take into mind that you've got like 30 seconds or so for this to firm up. So far, so good. And I'm just doing a honeycomb fill, so I'm going to go directly. Now I can do my 1 dots because my measurement is pretty good. Straight across. Easy peasy. And sometimes they don't grip because the back of these crystals are textured. They are the hot fix, but I'm gluing them. So if you don't put enough glue, it won't reach enough of the stone to bond. So it does take a little practice, but this amount looks just fine for today. And again, we're using the Crystal Samurai tool. It's our bigger, very limited edition. I think we only have 30 or so left on the site out of gosh, what was it? I think it was 500 pieces, or yeah, so they went pretty quick. Get on there. Sometimes it wants a little more to grab on, but Highway Mill. Oh, hi Jerry. What's going on, Jerry? Good to see you on this lovely Friday evening. I'm using a new glue, the Ninja SuperGrip. It's a 1-part instant, and I'm doing a just a time lapse. I'm filming from a different camera as well to use in our upcoming pricing class. So it's just kind of because the time lapse gets sped up, I decided why not chat with you guys on this Friday night. And that is my exciting Friday night. It's my goal to, one of the watchers in the group is wanting to fall asleep. So I'm going to do my best to put her to sleep. Haha. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. What are you guys doing tonight? Is anybody making holiday cookies? Not sure when I'm going to be able to make our holiday cookies here at work, but for some reason I said I would make some. Meanwhile, we're working 12-hour shifts, so and plus some. So pretty sure the grocery store is going to help assist with mine. Yes. Tattooed 45. It is soothing, but careful when it becomes your job. There's not really anything relaxing about it, but I suppose it should be, could be. You know. Awesome. Cowboy boots, Bling by Trisha. That sounds pretty fun. Have you tried our new glues on the leathers? Because they're working awesome for our boots. And leather, we do a lot of gluing for accessories and purse companies. So it's working pretty fantastic on real leather, patent leather, and of course the faux leather, the plasticky kind of stuff. This phone case is actually like a rubber coated type phone case, and I've had excellent use with this glue. This is the 1-part Ninja SuperGrip, and then of course we have the more advanced 2-part instant Ninja SuperFlex, both available on the site, and both 25% off with your coupon Holiday 2018. Specialty nails, will this work for nail art on acrylic nails? Certainly it will, but your best bet should be your UV gel builder. Oh, is that a mosquito? Oh goodness, go on. Nope. So I mean, I don't recommend going out and getting all brand new glues, because your best bet is going to be your gel builder and seal your edges. But yeah, this, I've had some on my nails for a couple of weeks with this exact glue, and I have natural nails, so they're very flexible. So yeah, it totally stayed on. It even stayed on after I removed the polish. It was still stuck on. So you know, there's that. Yes, the 1 part is really good, really good. Oh, good, Trisha. And differences from Ashton McCoy, differences between my glue and the popular ones in stores. All glues are made for different reasons. There's a reason why there's 200 glues at the stores, is because all projects usually need different glues. And those glues can be great, but I have found much more success in this line of super tight glues that we now carry, and now have had 2 made for us that I requested. Certain what do you call it, certain, I had a need for something that really worked for leather and rubber materials, because I didn't find a good success rate with other glues that are in stores. And it's possible that these glues will be in stores soon, so it'll be another type that's at the store. So, and they, you know, let's hope it gets to the stores, and then we can reach more people and help more people, because that is what it's all about. And ... Ultimate Sugar Show, yeah, Atlanta. I think that was, yeah, I had so many shows back to back. I was only home in November, I think 4 days. Everything was in the UK, to France, to Atlanta. That was a rough month. November was quite rough. Quite rough. But I'm just glad to see you in Atlanta. I had a wonderful time. It's beautiful there. It was pretty cold and rainy for 2 days, 2 or 3 days, but I was there for nearly 2 weeks. I did IMATs after the sugar show, so the makeup, it was a big makeup special effects show. It was awesome. And we'll be doing that one in Pasadena in January. There's some cool stuff there, and it was awesome to be able to show people how to pick up and place, you know, weird embellishments that they need to do on skin and makeup and special effects. And it's just sometimes tweezers just don't do it, and other ways cost a lot of time and money, and this just really helps speed up a lot of people's process when they're trying to do those very strange, repetitive things for costuming and makeup and special effects even. So that was pretty awesome to meet a whole genre of amazing new artists that I haven't met before. I mean, they're not new, they've been doing it for years, but I'm new to them. I enjoy the movies and all the special effects for sure, and it's always amazing to see kind of how that stuff is made. Rising Star Bakery. Awesome! So you're using it to put on your candy pearls and dragées for your baking goods, cakes and decorations. I think there's a little mosquito, and I think he just bit me because now my finger itches. Or is it just me getting worried about a mosquito? Why is there a mosquito in here? Because it's supposed to be winter time in San Diego, and there's not usually mosquitoes anyway, so, you know. Oh, good, Rising Star. That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Tag us in photos and videos, and sometimes I can reshare them. And it helps other people to see what else that you're working on, if it's shareable. Sometimes we're not allowed to even show a lot of the work that we do, so I understand if you're not able to. But it's always fun to see other people's work, because it is all artwork, and we all have a knack for doing what we do. See, I don't like sliding this glue in, but it's working. And these faster curing glues have helped us, even though I'm still not gluing as fast as I normally would because I'm speaking. So I'm way faster when I'm not talking to anybody, which is true with anyone. I learned a long time ago from Miss Babin's art class in Sulphur, Louisiana. If your mouth is moving, your hands are not. So it's true. You can time yourself doing a project. You just do your work and don't chat. You'll get a lot more done a lot faster, which makes a lot more production, which makes you a lot more money. Awesome. Yeah, tag me. I love to see your work. Pink Diva D, this is another new glue that we have. It is on the site, Ninja SuperGrip Adhesive, and it's a 1-part instant, similar to the 2-part, except it's 1. And it is also for the difficult leather, rubbery items, foam, things like that. But it's a 1-part. It's pretty good for nails. I had stones on my nails for quite a few weeks and it was just on polish. It was actually on this polish from Color Club, which is one of my favorites. And hi, Pretty and Bling, good to see you. And so yeah, it's a people that aren't ready for the 2-part, because it works pretty fast and it's quite expensive. It just helps to have options, and we love it. So we love to share with you guys. Hi, I don't know how to pronounce doing Ikuda, do good evening. That's a cute baby picture. Hi, Irmalicious. Now I love that name. My husband's mom is named Irma. I'm going to call her that next time I see her. That's pretty funny. All right, Dee. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so I am halfway done with this. This is a test, or a time test for a time lapse, and it's going to go into the pricing class that I'm about to do on how to price your crystal work. And I will launch all over the place when it's going to be, and I may pre-record it. I'm not sure that I'll be able to do a live because I don't want to get off topic, which I tend to do sometimes. Go figure. And I want to keep it relevant to the subject, so I may pre-record it, and then it'll be still in a private Facebook group. So you'll still be able to answer or ask questions and stuff, but it won't be live because I really want to stay on track. Yes, they are Swarovski, and if yes, why do you use hot fix? These are Swarovski and they are hot fix. I'm gluing the hot fix now. It's because I had it on my desk. That's the only reason why. I didn't want to go downstairs to the warehouse to get non-hot fix, and hot fix glue just as easy and wonderful as non-hot fix. The only time I've ever found that it's not good to glue the hot fix crystals is when it's on an exterior item and it needs to go through hot and cold climates. But otherwise, if you've got hot fix and you want to glue them on a surface, you totally can glue them. We have a ton of hot fix crystals on pretty good prices in SS8 and 10, and yeah, they're on sale, even 25% off for a whole factory pack. You can get it for around $25, I think. Oh, I forgot one. So they're great to practice with if you're trying to figure out your pricing and stuff like that. Is it in focus? I don't think that Instagram really does a good job at focusing, but I'm trying to not move, so at least it's not so jumpy or fuzzy, I suppose. It's not having to focus in and out. One day I'll figure out these cameras. Until then, it is what it is. What's up, Raina? Hi, CJ. C Jones Designs. Good to see you. Honeycomb Style. Correct. Honeycomb is a style of, I call it a fill pattern. And that's what I call it, yes. One of our, I think it's our second favorite. So we have 3 that we use. It's the grid fill, to where it's just up and down, straight lines up and down. And then we have this honeycomb fill. And then our favorite is the sprinkle fill. And we choose those according to what the item is. If you use this straight back and forth honeycomb on round items or surfaces, you can really get into a lot of trouble navigating how to get around those edges or surfaces without a weird gapping can happen if you don't navigate ahead of time. Yeah, fill pattern. Yes, ma'am. Yes, fill pattern. But yeah, if you have a lot of practice, you can really do a honeycomb on anything. And if you don't, it can really not work out well. And then it hurts my heart, and it hurts to look at. So practice is the key. Practice, practice. CJ, this is the Ninja SuperGrip. It is very new. I don't even think I've put a video up using it yet. It's a 1-part instant. So like this up here is dry already. And it's also, I had it made because it's really good for those weird leathery and rubbery surfaces that we have to work a lot on. So it's easier to use. We have the 2-part, which is definitely expert level. It takes a good practice to work with it, but now we have the extra tips on the site as well. And that was the Ninja Super Flex. And this is the Super Grip. It's pretty good for nails. I use it on my natural nail, and it stayed for the 2 weeks that my polish was on. So how will you finish the edge of the case? I would put some filler stones, some little smaller ones on this edge, and I'll do that once I finish these rows. And I'll probably use a 12 or a 9, but this isn't for a finished piece. It's just for a time lapse on surface area. So the size is a certain measurement that will be used in the pricing class to give a really good visual of what it means to calculate your surface area. So it's going to actually end up being pretty much a math class, and the world has just gone mad when they're asking me how to do math. If anyone actually in here knows me, Dot Bear, I'm not the person to be doing math, but that's what I'll be doing in the pricing class. It's a bunch of math. Some of it's easy. I'm going to try to make it super visual and easy to understand, the way that I'm able to look at stuff and know how big something is, and then calculate your price from there. So, see, it's already dry. This stuff is awesome. You can't count. Neither one of us can count, but that's why we pay other people to help us. Right? I can count how many dozen of cookies I'm not making for Monday. That's what I can count. I can count how much money I'm going to have to pay in the grocery store to make those cookies, but I didn't say that. Haha. That's funny stuff. Okay. Left a fingerprint on this. So now I'm trying to finish this up. Almost done at this line. Your EBT is amazing. Stop this. Stop it. Eyeball. This is true. I can look at it and I'm pretty close. Pretty stinking close. Or just stinking. I don't stink too often. Or maybe I do. Oh well. And I'm not using the other side of my tool because there is no other side. This is the Crystal Samurai tool that we have added to the site. There's only a few left. I think there's around maybe 30 pieces left out of what, I don't know, 500 or so. But it's just a way, there's way more wax in it. It's like halfway filled, so it'll probably, if you like to slam in your stones and your embellishments, then this helps to not have to worry about being precise and have to flipping it over, because you can press a little harder and just sharpen it. It comes with a sharpener. So that's pretty much it. We just like to have options of tools. It helps change posture throughout the day when you're having to do this all day long. It can start to be uncomfortable and pain can happen, so we try to make other options for us, and then we share them with you guys. Sharing is caring. It's dry. It's dry. Look at that. Look at it. And look, it's just as sparkly, and there's no blooming, and there's no white stuff, and it's amazing. Thank you, Super Tight. Thanks, Brian. Alright, what is this? The last row? Cause good, because I'm about out of glue. And I didn't want to have to make another run of it. And then that will be my 3 inches by 3 inches. And I'm going to restart the other camera. And my next sample is going to have to be with SS12, which is going to take a little bit longer. Probably twice as long. So, how long have I been on right now? I don't even know. It's 7:40. I don't know what time I started, but the other camera will tell me. No matter. I'll keep working and chatting with you guys. And that way, I'll get my time lapse in, and I'll do my small question and answer on a Friday night with everyone who cares. Trisha, this is a 25 gauge. It's very tiny, and I still have a little bit of glue oozing out, but again, this is not for resale. It's a test. It's a time-lapse test. So 25 gauge is very tiny. We'll have them on the site by Monday afternoon or something, so hold off on your order. The coupon code will still be good, the holiday 2018, because that one's going to extend through another week. But I don't want you to have to order and then have to order again for the tips. Alright, that's the last row. So now I'm just going to throw in some spacer or some filler crystals, and I'm going to guess a 12 might work, but then I'm going to think that probably more like a 9 is going to solve my problem. And where's my 9s? Here we go. Let me see if a 9 is going to be perfection. So that's all I'm going to do is put a little tiny, just one piece, just for a visual, and it'll make it look like a nice square shape. Otherwise, I would have framed this out, make it nice and square, but that doesn't help me do the calculations that we're trying to work on for the pricing class. So that's why I did not do that. So I'll put a few tiny dots in the gaps. And when you're doing a filler stone, you want to get it right in the center of your row, not too high, not too low, or else it really stands out. Like that one was too high. Yeah, so I'm going to use 9s for that. Just a few. And that way it'll visually look a little smoother, and it'll also help in the pricing class, because I have a formula that helps with, even though it's a honeycomb fill, mainly using one size crystal, there are fillers that you have to account for those, because if you're doing 500 of, let's say, these phone cases, and this is the design, which is quite boring, but hey, worse has happened, then you need to account for those stones, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 2, 18. You probably want to run up to 20. I like to round up when I can, just to cover mistakes that I make, because I make mistakes all the time. So 20 stones times 500, that's quite a bit when you don't account for them. So you always want to get a super close count on your sample piece to know what to fully charge for your end piece. So there was a freebie that was going to be in the pricing class. That's your intro tip. Alright, right in the middle, not too high, not too low. And it doesn't stick out of the margin of the 20s too badly, because again, it's only for time lapse. And so I'm done. That's the last piece for this one. And so I'm just going to turn off this camera. So it went for 30.